In this video, we will discuss the steps in establishing a casualty collection point, or CCP, for the rapid triage, assessment, treatment, and staging of casualties for evacuation. Consider body substance isolation. CCPs may vary depending on the tactical situation, operational plans, and unit-specific tactics, techniques, and procedures. In an ideal layout, there are separate entry and exit points, which are potential choke points, to control casualty flow through the CCP. Having the same entry and exit point for the CCP could create a problem with casualty flow if casualties continue to arrive as others are being moved out to the evacuation point. But not every situation allows for separate entry and exit points. First, select the site. It should be reasonably close to the fight. Be near areas where casualties are most likely to occur. Be close to natural terrain or lines of drift. Provide cover and concealment from enemy threat. Have access to evacuation assets and routes, whether on foot, by vehicle, aircraft, or boat, and allow for expansion if the casualty load increases. Next, assign responsibilities for non-medical and medical personnel supporting the CCP. Establish the CCP with day and night marking systems, such as color-coded signs during daylight hours and color-coded chemical lights during nighttime hours. Establish a separate triage area, also with day and night marking systems. Next, establish a killed in action (KIA) area away from the other casualties. Leadership will establish the casualty flow and control everything outside the casualty collection point, and medical personnel are responsible for everything inside the CCP. Establish a casualty movement flow for entry into and exit from the CCP for tracking and access control. The entry point location is where casualties are triaged. You will need to triage casualties and then transfer them to separate treatment areas based on treatment priorities. The treatment priorities are immediate, delayed, minimal, or expectant. You must also establish a medical resupply area. Establish a tactical evacuation point staging area in accordance with unit policies. That could be co-located with the casualty collection point, but also might be a significant distance away, near the closest access point for the evacuation assets. Then, execute a medical evacuation by precedence. Urgent are within 2 hours. They should be loaded onto the asset last, so they are first off at the medical destination. Priority are within 4 hours. They are loaded onto the asset before urgent. Routine are within 24 hours. They are loaded onto the asset first. Urgent casualties take precedence if there is limited evacuation capacity. Establish a medical resupply area with supplies brought in by either evacuation assets or other supporting assets. Once the evacuation asset picks up the casualties, they transition from the tactical field care phase to the tactical evacuation care phase.